Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to go over what I believe to be the best end league gamble. POE1 is right around the corner. The POE2 league is winding down. Player base is dropping off. Majority of people met their goals. And unfortunately, in the current state of the game, there isn't much reason to invest into your builds, as a 150 divine build probably only does content 5% worse at the most compared to a multi-mirror build. I experienced that same thing. I'm sure a lot of other players have, where I'm just burnt out. I don't think I'll be releasing any more PoE2 videos this league. Unfortunately, I personally like PoE1 more as a game right now, and I really want to focus on that. But besides the point, let's not get too off track. It's gonna be Heart of the Wells on ID. I was actually doing this on stream about 2 weeks ago, and I did 1,800 divines, and I probably profited around the mirror, if not more. Um, the Heart of the Wells do sell. I don't know if I still have any in my sales history. As you can see, I mean, I haven't been playing much, so it's still in my sales history. They do sell. There are some big ticket wins, as you see here. I just recently sold one for 140 divines. How exactly does this work? It's pretty simple. You go, you take your Heart of the Well, you take 4 Abyssal Echoes, you go to the Well of Souls. Obviously, you'll have more. I just want to show a quick demo. You come here, and what you're looking for is as extras. You're looking for double crits. You're looking for movement speed. Just generically good mods. Um, Pierce is actually not bad, but like I mentioned, I actually haven't played in a while. I was playing Pox League, so I'm not completely up to date as to what the best mods are. I'm just kind of gonna, wing it. If you see me take the wrong mods, you can feel free to complain in the comments. Whether I make profit or not, taking the wrong mods will just go to show how good this quote unquote gamble is. I'm gonna roll over Pierce because normally I just want as extras. I didn't get anything, so unfortunately this jewel looks like it's not gonna be too great. Like many of you know, you only had to see this animation once. Don't worry, it doesn't take a while. And then we go reveal again. Movement speed is pretty good. What else? Gain 1 rage on melee hit is actually not bad. It's actually a pretty good mod. I'm gonna go take it. And ooh, can we get any as extra? No as extra. So honestly, this jewel is a dud, but I guess it's a good thing to show. These jewels can be 3 to 1. Actually, it might not even be worth 3 to 1ing these at current rates. I was buying them for 6 to 7 divines. So if you do have terrible ones, you can 3 to 1 them and just get an unrevealed one again. But it looks like at current prices, it's actually not worth doing that. It's worth just selling them for the 3 divines that it's worth, which is a little different. But yeah, as you saw, I have 96 prepared here. I spent around 6 to 7 divines per each, mostly 7 because the people that sell for 7, a lot of the times are flippers and they just have a bunch at the same time. So I wanted to save time. And then I also bought 398 Abyssal Echoes. So I'm gonna come back once I have all of these unID'd, and we're gonna see if I made profit or if it was an absolute failure and I'm not gonna upload this video. So I'll get back to you guys when I'm done with that. Eh, I already have a lightning cold, so let's do a lightning fire. Fuck. It's not the worst. Okay, that's kind of big. Okay. Ooh, that's a jewel. All right, so I'm back from rolling all 95 because I showed one in the demo, I think. I have them organized here. It took me around 30 minutes. I don't know. I was typing on Discord a little. The recording was around 36, so I assume if you're going as fast as possible, it takes you 25, 30 minutes to do this amount. But here I have them organized. Everything above here is gain as extra lightning plus another elemental. I split this up from the gain as chaos because it is chaos is not worth as much. I guess I should go over the stats I was looking for. On prefixes, I was always looking for gain as extra wherever I could find it. The elementals being the priority, lightning being the priority out of all of them. And then I would take cold and fire, and then chaos if it showed up. Chaos doesn't add the most value, but it's still useful. I would take that. Besides that, I think I was literally just taking like ES is extra or whatever showed up. I kind of zoned out after like 50 and I was just taking whatever. For suffixes, I was taking mana on kill for a while, like not as a priority obviously, but I was taking it, and then I realized people use the surround helm, so mana is not really a problem anymore. So this is probably not the greatest mod to take. So might have whiffed a couple of jewels because I would take that instead of re-rolling, whereas I should have probably re-rolled. But priority being movement speed, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, attack speed. Like I said, I was taking recover 2% of mana on kill. Probably shouldn't have been. You could also take, I don't know, spell crit maybe. Whatever you think is realistically good. I mean, just look at the meta. Meta's currently Lightning Arrow, Blood Mage Spark, Archmage. So based off that. So like I mentioned previously, everything above here is lightning plus another elemental, double gain as. Everything above this is cold and fire. I only got 2 cold and fires. Everything above this was a gain plus chaos. So this is technically double gain. But as you can see, I got a lot of double gain chaoses. So I do believe I got slightly unlucky, as I'm pretty sure they're all equally weighted if I had to guess. But as you can see, I got, what is this? 7 here and then another 6, so 13. Whereas for the other ones, I mean, how many lightnings did I get? I think I also got 13 lightnings. So maybe I didn't get unlucky. It just because you don't want chaos, you know. The rest of these are all single gain ases. That doesn't necessarily mean they're not as valuable as if they have a decent combination of mods. I'm pretty sure I got like a double crit gain and some other useful stuff. They're still worth something. And then these are the rest. I'm still going to price them individually just to see what they're worth. But worst case scenario, these are like, even if you don't select any mods, you can sell them 7 annuls, or you can just 3-to-1 them and resell the jewel for 7 divines or re-ID it. This is actually the longest part, is going through and price checking all of these. I'll probably have to use their website, as if you use Exile Exchange on this amount, you often get rate limited and it's quite annoying. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to come back again with the final results to see if this was profitable or not. All right, I'm back after pricing all the Heart of the Wells. Although admittedly, the last couple ones were pretty lazy on my part. I just listed them for a price and I said I'm going to lower them later. It's just a lot to price, and I kept getting rate limited and the website was giving me problems. Either way, while I was listing them, I did have a couple sells. So as you can see, I'm not listing them for like insane prices that they would never sell at. And at these prices, I ended up calculating roughly around 1,000 divines listed. I mean, you can see some of the prices here. But again, what I have it listed for doesn't really mean much. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wait until majority of them sell, or until I get to a point where I'm break even, and we can see what I'm left over with, and we can see if this was profitable or not. All in all, between the buying and the unIDing, that process took me like 45 minutes. The pricing and listing did take me a while longer, But if you have everything set up on the website, for example, what I was doing is I had all the possible mods, I was selecting it. It takes like an hour for 100 of these if you're just moving and you're getting it done. What I wanted to see is if we go Heart of the Well and we go unrevealed, yes, this is how you search for it. Do not search for unID'd. As you can see, if you search for these Divine Orb, you have to do this last by listing, yes. These are normally, how much? 6, 6, 6. So it's very reasonable to assume that you can buy these for 6 divines per. I was buying them for 7 because I found one guy that had like 100 of them listed for 7, and I just want to save time. But I'm going to say that you can buy these for 6 pretty reasonably. Make sure you do unrevealed, not unID'd, because if you do unidentified, or sorry, if you do unidentified, they are listed for 8 divines. Do not get fooled. There's no point in buying them unID'd. Just buy them unrevealed. Yeah. So I did 96 of these times 6. That's 576 divines. And then I had 402 abyssal echoes at the start. So 402 is like what, 396 I spent. These are 5 to the divine currently. If I go to the currency exchange, divine echoes. Perfect. Yeah, they're 5 to the divine. So divide this by 5. 79. Let's just say 80. 80 plus 576. So this was my cost. 656 divines to unID all of these. So far, we have sold, I don't know, around 50 divines. But like I said, I'm going to come back when I've either sold 656 and we'll see what I have left, or once majority of these sell. And yeah, we'll see if this is a good strategy, if it's profitable and it's worth the time you spend doing it. All right, so it's been roughly 8 hours. The jewels that have sold for what I originally listed them for. I did not change the prices for anything. I just listed them, went to sleep, woke back up, and this is what I sold. As you can see, we have 635 divines here. There was a 70 divine boot sale. I did take that out. I mean, if you just want to do the math, I'm recording this a second time. I took it out for the first recording, so I can't do it live here. I don't really think I need to prove anything, but you get the idea. So we've already made 635. I think what we said our initial investment was, let me bring out the calculator one more time. It should be 6 times 96, and then 96 times 4. Or we spent 396 divided by 5. That's on the omens, plus 576, 655. We are 20 divines down, and for those 20 divines that we are currently still down, we have a bunch of Heart of the Wells left over, right? So very obviously, once I adjust these prices, you'll see that we are going to be massively in profit, multiple hundreds of divines, and it took less than a day to sell, not even 24 hours. I listed these, I went to sleep, I woke up. It's been around 8 hours since I woke up, and 8 hours since I went to sleep, and majority have sold, right? It looks like another one's about to be bought for 20 divines, which is perfect because now we're going to be break even for the video. One thing I would like to mention is that the gain as energy shield from equipped body armor mod is actually very valuable, and I didn't notice. I have 2 Heart of the Wells here. Let me show their exact stats. That sold for 35 divines, and I was not looking for this mod actively. As you can see, this one for 35 and then this one for 35, meaning I potentially missed out on many hundreds of divines, as I was only looking for gain as on the prefixes. Now, I'm not sure if it's still correct to choose the energy shield first if you see it on the first and not reroll for a gain as, but it definitely would be more worth it to reroll for the gain energy shield mod instead of taking gain as extra chaos, because that mod is not very valuable. Besides that, I just wanted to show this strategy. I was doing it 2 weeks ago. I did about 250 NIDs then, profited massively, came back. It's still uber profitable. Whether you just want to gamble your money or you want something that's really simple, doesn't take a lot of crafting knowledge, and you just have money that you can throw into it, this will also be a viable strategy. I just do recommend that you have enough capital to ride out the RNG wave, because obviously sometimes you can go on a dry streak and sometimes you can get really lucky. I would recommend anywhere from 300 divines ish. That'd get you like what, almost 50 of them, if not 50 of them. That should be more than enough to be able to profit. And even if you don't profit, you'd have very minimal losses, which you can then turn back into another rotation of the gamble. Besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't believe I will be making any more POE2 content for the foreseeable future until maybe 0.4 probably. I'm just going to be focusing on POE1. I hope you guys do watch some of my POE1 content, as I hope it's pretty good too. And then you stop by the streams, twitch.tv/electro POE. That should be everything I need to say for the video. Enjoy your gambles, gamble responsibly, and don't drink and drive.